From the categories of the malware, the viruses, and we discussed so many types of the malware, actually, specifically from the viruses. The macro virus is one of the very famous malware that spread actually amongst the Windows platform. Why Windows platform? Because of the word macro. The macro is a technology. It's a sort of a computer program written in using the Visual Basic for Application, the VBA, and it runs amongst the Microsoft Office pack tools only. It is compatible with this platform. It is like that. So this kind of malware, it is to be found amongst not malware. Malware, it's actually because of the intention for what to do, but the macros is technology to be run amongst the utilities of the Microsoft Office pack, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, PowerPoint, Publisher, InfoPath, all of the Microsoft Office pack tools, all of them, they are question of implementing macros or solutions or computer programs as macros. They are computer programs written using the Visual Basic for application from the Microsoft Office tools. We'll see that right now. Here we understand that those are dedicated to a platform. Yes, the answer is yes. Can those macros infect the operating system? Absolutely yes. 100% yes, and they are perilous for the operating system. And not any operating system, the Windows operating systems. Windows 7, 8, 8.1, Windows 10, Windows 11 now, the installation, the new version, new distribution. All of them, they are vulnerable to the macros. I said, and I used the word vulnerable. Means for sure, I'm guaranteeing that me, myself, and the references I have, it's not Murad who said, but the references I have also, they guarantee that Windows operating systems, in plural, are vulnerable to the macros. Don't say I have an antivirus Kaspersky or I have I don't know what you bought it 50 riyals or. Let him be in rest. The macros we will create today, some macros. We will see whatever the antivirus you have, it will not even say any word. We will do whatever we want on the operating system. It's really a vulnerable, a big hole in the operating system that actually it is controlled. It is controlled. Does not mean that we are all under attack. We are not under attack. But the macros, they are dangerous enough to trust. Dangerous enough to trust that they are able to make your operating system your own operating system. Whatever the security level is in your operating system, make it stop and get him actually out of service. This is by reference, what I'm saying right now. So by this small introduction of what are the macros, let's get in and let's introduce what are they, and let's see some samples, and we'll understand step by step. I lost my session. Excuse me. So let's dig in. So to do so, without any time waste, I'm gonna open a Microsoft Word document, a new document, whatever. I'm gonna start a new Microsoft document, WinWord. Okay. Whatever. See, actually, I have an opened Internet Explorer here. I have a message that it's an error message. I'm gonna say, and I'll explain. Okay, and now I have my Word that has launched. See how many windows in here. See how many windows. You see those things here? Those are all Internet Explorer windows. They are all Windows Explorer windows. I'm gonna close all. I'll explain later what happened. Okay, I'm gonna close and reopen again. Just give me a second. What is that? Okay, here. This is the guide actually. Leave it there. Leave it there. I'm gonna open the Microsoft Word again. It's a new document only. I'm opening a new document. Yes, see actually this message, this machine is infected with a macro virus. This is a message. I'm gonna say okay. See the Internet Explorer again. It appears again. I cannot do anything unless it gets finished. I'm not able to do anything. Yes, here it is. Now the message, actually this error message came. I'm not able to open the Word. I have to terminate it. Now the Word has started. I can start the Word here. Now only. What happened? There is something running with the Microsoft Word actually. Whenever I start the Microsoft Word, it starts with it. I'll demonstrate it to you just in a while. I'm gonna just press Alt F8 using the keyboard. I'm gonna press this because I have the function Alt F8. Without Alt F8, I'm gonna just guide you, just view macros, and here we have the macros. View macros. I have two things here. The Autoexec and the Oman. I'm gonna click the Autoexec, the first one, and edit, just to demonstrate you. Only later on we will create them by together. That's for now. I'm making you see that there is something running in the background without any consent. Okay, I'm gonna edit here. There is something here. See, it looks like the Visual Studio where we write code, and it is not the Visual Studio. It is something I don't know what. So for now, I know actually all the details, but for you only, I'm just making you see that there is something running in the background. I'm gonna go to the top of the page. That's here. So here we have. It's a procedure. See, it's a procedure. It's a Visual Basic. This is another procedure. It's a Visual Basic. And there is a script inside. Great. How I open that? Through the macros. It is related to the Microsoft Word objects. See here. It is related to the Microsoft Word. I close. I'm gonna just demonstrate them. I'm gonna leave them. Okay, those macros actually, they are things from the Microsoft. I did not integrate anything. And if you check your Microsoft Office tool, the Word like I'm doing now, you'll find them. They are available. So they are not integrated by me. No. So if I pass only the mouse over, this hint here, Alt F8 is the shortcut. But just to show them from here, the same thing, the same scenario. Regardless, those macros, because they are dangerous, what we can see here, actually, it's all what we can do can communicate with the operating system, and all the commands can be very dangerous, whatever. So because of this sensitivity, Microsoft has disabled the macros. They will not run. If I send you this file, myself, here, from my computer here, to your computers, you'll not receive those macros. Why? Because Microsoft has disabled those macros, and they have to be enabled device-wise. Means before you receive them, they have to be enabled in your computer in order to be active. Otherwise, they will have no effect. So don't worry. From now on, you know that the macros, they are very dangerous, but at the same time, Microsoft disabled them by default. To use them, you have to enable them, no more, no less. So they are, from the first view, they are not cause any harm, even if there is a dangerous script. They have to be enabled manually. How to enable, how to control? There is an entry here in the Microsoft Office, whether it is Word or Excel or PowerPoint or any. In the Start menu, File, Options, Trust Center settings here. Then after here, trusted locations, we can add trusted locations where to save those macros, or we can do more control actions via which we can activate manually or automatically the macros. We can let them run in a computer without any problem, and thus we can inject our macro viruses. So the trust center here set by given by Microsoft can be controlled by the malware, can be controlled by a malware. So it has to be, you have to, from now on, you have to be aware of this trust center, and you have to be aware that you are disabling all macros here. See, disabling all macros. So if you are enabling them, so expect that they will run automatically if you are enabling them. Great. I'm leaving them manual, so we have to activate them, use them manually, otherwise they will not run. Good. Okay. For now, I'm gonna delete the macros we have, and I'm not gonna delete anything. I'm gonna let's come back to our guide. Let me check what is the request. I know the request, but let's check the order only. Okay, we reached the. Okay, let's have a small and a very, let's say here how to reach the use of to create a macro, but let's have actually a small macro in the first program. Let's, okay, I'm gonna delete the old macros I have here. So for my case, you not have those things actually in your computer, but I have them in my case. I'm gonna delete them. So close, done. I'm going to close this Word. I'm going to open the Word again now, and you'll see that it will work very fine. It will not show any message. The Internet Explorer will not open now. Folks, please. Yes. Yes, immediately it worked without any issue because I deleted the macros. Okay, now I have no macros here. Let's create the first macro together. So easily, either Alt F8 using the keyboard. This is the Alt F8. Let's wait to find it here. Here it is, either the Alt F8 shortcut, or from here, from this arrow, and then after view macros, whatever. This window will come. I'm going to create, but I'm going to give a name here. So I'm going to say macro program, or let's say hello macro, hello macro. It's a name. Oh, hello first macro. I'm going to say first macro. See the tests. I was right and delete and right. It's user-defined name. It's a user-defined name. It's any name, as if we are writing a program in Visual Basic. Full stop. So here, I'm not using a space. It's a concatenated word. First macro, last. It's a concatenated word. Then create. Yes, immediately I get actually this view. Let me just try to maximize the view if I can. There is no percentage. I'm sorry. No, it's not maximizing. Whatever. Okay. Here inside immediately, I'm gonna just make a simple message to display. So message box, MSG box. Full stop. In between parentheses, double quotations. I'm gonna say hello Fox. Session again. Sorry. Hello Fox. Okay. Close my quotation and close my parenthesis. Okay, I'm gonna save. Yes. That's it. I'm gonna close. Close from here. Huh? See from where am I closing? Not from here. I'm closing from here. I leave the Word open. Now I'm gonna close the Word. I'm gonna start the Word again. WinWord. My God, what is this session now? It's not the time. Actually, it open without any hint. Nothing shown. It's not there at all. I'm going to refer to the view again. Nothing happened actually, but I have a macro. What happened? Why it's not running? This is my macro. I'm going to edit now. Edit. Here it is. Message hello Fox. It is there. What's the problem? Why did not run? I'm gonna run it from here manually. See the debugging button. I'm gonna click. Here it is. Hello Fox. Here it is. Hello Fox. Hi, how are you? Fine. Okay, great. It works very fine. So why it did not open automatically? How? I close again. No, this is the session. Close again this VBA. Also, I'm going to close the Word. I'm going to open it again. I'm going to open from any other place, actually. If I find in my desktop if I find on my desk, actually, in any Word file, I try to open it. Yes. Here, for example, this is one. Any. This is one. Nothing is there. Nothing. It did not show anything. There is no message. It opened the file. So what's the problem here? There is a secret. It's not. There is a. What is it? There is a secret. To make the macro one at the opening of a document, you have to give it a secret name. I'm going to create a second. I'm going to create a second macro. See, I'm going to create a second macro. Give it the name auto. Come on, Autoexec. See the name auto A capital auto, no space, exec E capital Autoexec. Then create. Okay, I have it. Here it is. Auto. The second procedure. Here I'm going to pass whatever I want. I'm going to display another message box here, for example. Yes, my parents. I'm going to say your computer, come on, has a macro virus. Close my parenthesis, my quotation. Okay, good. Your computer has a macro virus. I'm going to say just close. Close again. How many messages we have? We have two. Hello, Fox, message number one. And message two, your computer has a macro virus. Let's open any Word document, this one, for example. See, there is no word. There is a message. What is the message? What it says? Your computer has a macro virus. This is the message number two. This is the message number two. I'm going to say OK. Okay, it opened. There is nothing related to the message number one. What does it mean? It means the Autoexec is a secret to make the macro run automatically. To make the macro, yes, be called, invoked, executed automatically, no more, no less. The other names, they are only to have codes for execution or to call them manually, not to be automatically executed. Okay, good. Okay, this is actually a very simple. This is a very simple example that we can refer to. It is not the unique, but here remember that we can call the predefined methods, and those predefined methods, they can help us invoke a long list of functionalities that they are actually having a direct. They do have a direct interaction with the operating system, in the sense of we can call system the shell, let's say the PowerShell, yes, the command prompt, and we can invoke so many network, whatever the predefined methods, they can be invoked using the macros. So I'll stop here. I will not demonstrate that because it's not the context of our practice. The second task here, just because of this, any questions first of all here, please?
No, listo.
So okay, let's move and let's go to the second task. Okay. We resume. Sorry for the actually I got a call from the department. So the second part, we will actually try to launch an application. I will show you the danger part from this macro, which is instead of just displaying a simple static message, we'll be invoking an external resources, download the resource from the internet, sharing a file, doing something, and so on. So what we can see here actually just made it very simple for you. I just made the example here we are going to invoke is going to call the available utility from the Microsoft itself. So every and each single Windows operating system have or has an integrated browser, which is the Edge or the Internet Explorer. It is available with all operating systems. So we can use this point, we can use this this criterion to download links, to download malware, to open a hole to help the computer be compromised, and so on. And this is one of the dangers. So to make the macro open the internet and do something in the internet. So it's not something to neglect. Let's tackle that. Let's come back to our macro. So what I'm going to do here, actually, immediately, I'm going to start a new macro, whatever, view, macro. Again, I'm going to create a new macro. I'm going to say here, payload. Payload, actually, it's a name of a technical name to mean that there is a program to execute or something to execute. Create. Here it is. Here it is. In here, we are going to do we are going to create our own solution. Whatever we want to do, we will do here. Actually, this is the place. Okay, we will make it actually. We'll just go step by step, and we will make it easy. As I said, the purpose here is to understand. Later on, you'll have the capability to do all. So I'm gonna at the end of the day, I'm gonna just call the Internet Explorer to open a destination, whatever the destination is. So how to open the destination, this is what I'm going to do now. So it's an object to open the Internet Explorer, no more, no less. So I'm going to start it from the beginning in order to make you understand. So I'm going to create an Internet Explorer variable. Then after, I'm going to point to the Internet Explorer. So I'm going to create a variable, dim. I'm going to use the word dim to indicate that it's a variable. I'm going to say Internet Explorer, or just I'm going to say IE, it's enough. It's user defined here as object. As object, yes, that's it. IE is user defined. IE is a name, like we say int A, int B, int C. They are user defined. But dim is a keyword. The data type is object. Why it's object? Because this IE here, I'm going to set it to this IE. I'm going to set it to point the Internet Explorer, to point actually the Internet Explorer. Yes, I'm going to create an object through it. Here, create object. I have to receive it actually. It's not showing anything, but create object. And this object in between parentheses is the Internet Explorer. Yes, class asterisk. So double quotation, Internet Explorer. Yes, Internet Explorer. So here, I insist that this user-defined word, it is pointing an application. Thus, it is an object. Dot application. So a string here application. I'm going to close my request. So actually, if you can see the hint here, see the hint. We have a hint to help us. All what it comes in between the square parentheses is optional. So I'm not doing anything here. I stop at the class as string, class only this part. I'm going to close the quotation and close my parenthesis. No. Yes, and close my parenthesis. Yes, that's all actually to create this object. Okay, خلاص, we created it. Now what we will do with this object? Now we have the weapon, we have the tool to act, which is the IE. Here, what it comes here in this empty space, we can do all. What should we do with this Internet Explorer, with this IE? What in the internet? What should we do? Should we download a file? Should we visit a website? What should we do? Here now we do it. We have the key. I'm going to say IE dot navigate to visit a URL. Navigate. Okay. I'm going to visit my domain. I'm going to visit my domain. Actually, let it be the FAVB.com, something like that. Double quotation. I'm going to make it space. Double quotation in between here, the domain I want to visit. It might be a link to a virus. Yes, it can be a link to a virus. So instead of opening a domain, it opens a file, and thus means we are going to download it. JS file, C++ file, something like that. Let it be simple for learner purposes. And we have to be ethical. We have to know that this is for educational purposes only. I'm going to visit our own domain, our FAVB, HTTPS is secured, www.favabay.com. Actually, it has to be with the HTTP because to indicate that we are referring to the internet, to the W environment.com. That's all what we have to do. Actually, we may make it actually to be actually in first plane. Make actually this. That's it. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna run. Sorry, I did not save. I made it run. Save. Now I'm gonna run. Nothing happened. I'm going to say IE.visible. Be sure that it is. See, I finished everything, but it's not showing anything. So I'm going to make it actually visible. No more. Let's try to see if it is solving the issue. So make it true. Great, enter. I'm going to say and run. Yes. What is the domain? I'm going to close. Here I put my cursor inside this payload, any place, anywhere inside the payload procedure, and execute. Here it is. If I put my cursor inside the Autoexec, here inside the Autoexec, it will show me the Autoexec content. Okay. If I put my cursor inside the first macro, any place, it will show me the content of the first macro. Note this, be careful. Let's come back to our payload procedure here. Execute it again. Yes, it opens our browser and the destination exactly that we specified. So very good. So very good. So here, there is no harm at all. As I told you, as it can open a domain, it can download a script, C++, JavaScript, or whatever. What I'm going to do right now, I'm going to just make it a little bit annoying in the sense of it causes a problem to make you run the computer. It will not let you open the computer easily. So I'm going to make it actually, for example, shut down the computer. Shut down is a little bit. No, let's choose another command to do. Much more. Let's say it's more secure and more safe. Shut down the computer. We don't want to waste time. So I'm going to make this visit to be 100 times, for example. Instead of opening only one time, let it be 100 or 1,000 or million times. See, I'm gonna close. First of all, I'm gonna save. I'm gonna make it to be auto-executed. Means when I open the Word file, when I open any Word file, it has to start. See here, not only a message, even the Internet Explorer, it has to start here. So all of them, they have to be inside the Autoexec. So here, edit. So it has to be inside the Autoexec, not this one. So I'm gonna delete. See what I'm gonna delete? I'm gonna delete from here up to here, and sub and payload. Actually, I'm gonna delete the end of sub of this Autoexec, and I'm gonna delete the sub payload indicator, which is the beginning of the next sub, to say that it is a new procedure. So they are now, both of them, they are one procedure. One, they are not two. I'm gonna save now. Close. I merged the two procedures, the two macros. I'm gonna open any Word file. Your computer has a macro virus. See now. I'm gonna press OK. See now what happens. The Internet Explorer has opened. Here it is. They run together. They run together. Only one. Only one. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna let it be actually as simple as. So just let's make the macro behave differently. So instead of opening only one time, so let's open it many times. That's it. To just manipulate only. So I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna edit. Sorry, the Autoexec edit. And instead of opening only one message, I'm gonna make it open 10 times, for example, 10 times. So 4. I'm gonna say I equals 0 to, let's say 10, or to 9. From 0 to 9 is 10. And here next I. So this is the syntax how to write a for loop in VBA. For I equals 0 to 9, next I. This message will be displayed 10 times. Let's save. Let's close. Again, close. And let's try. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 times. And 1 time this Internet Explorer. See what I'm going to do now? I'm going to make it more complex. Macros. Edit. I'm going to include all. I'm going to just make this navigate here. Or let's say the full package, actually. The full package will be generated from the set only. I'm going to create an object for each Internet Explorer in order to control it more, to be more trustful. So for here, I'm going to say for another I, or the same I, equals, let's say 0 to, let's say 100, something like that. Here, I'm going to say next I. That's it. So here, we are able to run the Internet Explorer 100 times. 100 times is a small number. I'm going to save, close, close, and let's open any internet. Hasina just joined now. So let's run any internet. For the message now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is actually it's not something that we doubt. This is the technology, It will do exactly what we are asking. See what he's doing now. It will not stop unless it opens 100 objects from the Internet Explorer. It will not let you do anything. It will make you be blocked. Yes, done. They are 100 now. If you count them all, they are 100. They are 100. If you count them, how many they are? They are 100. Okay, I'm going to close all of them. So 100 is a small number, but if we say 1 million, it will not let you pass. Everything is under control. So I'm going to close. Yes, again, I'm going to open any other. The same scenario. 10 times to open this message, and then after 100 times, we are reaching the level. We are reaching the destination. Okay, yes. We made the computer behave the way we want. We made the computer behave the way we want. Now, in conclusion, you know that the Office tools, they have actually a trust center that they can refer to, or developers can refer to, or malware can refer to the trust center. In order, the trust center is the one. And in here they can have advanced controls on the macros. Once they adjust the settings here of the macros within the trust center as they want, the macros available in the macro center, they would be dangerous enough to make you worry, but you have to worry off. So for now, for learning purposes only, you saw an example, but remember that it is complementary task. If I send you this one, it will not have any impact because it has to be enabled in your computer manually or something like that. So for now, it is only to bring your attention to this point. Unless you have any questions, I'm going to send you the recording. I stop at this level. Unless you have any questions, otherwise I'll send you the record. First of all, I'm going to close. I have to close. No, need all of those things here. Yes. Okay. I'm stopping the recording and take the attendance also, and then send. I'm here for you to